welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is SIBU and I'm the madam of the house. My name is Sibu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please make sure to like, subscribe, do all the nice things that you do for YouTubers. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Also, feel free to follow me on the socials. I'm more active on TikTok, so follow the girl. I will leave a link somewhere, somehow. And welcome guys. I know good ending I feel me, and you know it's been a while, but panic not, we are back on track. Anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel, and as you can see by the title of the video, we are going to be having a story time today. It's not a really happy one, but okay, it's a story time nonetheless. So I think this one happened around the time when I was 11 years old. So I was 11 years old and go a school day is schooling. Not a school day, yeah, a sports day. So you know, you must get inter-house, you know, high school, you know, get inter-house, not high school, primary school, get inter-house, you know, there's athletics, there's, you know, high jump, bano long jump. So it was sports day. I don't even remember what I did, but I do know that in primary school I used to do in primary school I used to do like athletics. I used to just run in races. I was not really a sporty kid. And yeah, so in my family, from back in Cathcart, like when before Bob and all, so it used to be a thing where we would go to Pep to buy like sneakers, and like vests and stuff like that. It's sports day, and also in Cathcart it was very small, so we didn't have like malls and nice things, yeah. So we would go to Pep, and Pep has quality like shine sana, and we would buy our sneakers at Pep. We'd buy everything here 2 year sports day at Pep, yeah. Okay, so fast forward to now, I'm 11 years old. I was in grade 5. I am happy. I am, you know, I'm the girl I think I am. And so my mom buys me a day. So it's routine, mos. Ne? We go to Pep, we buy. I absolutely love Pep, by the way. So we go to Pep, we buy, you know, these tackies, and you know, girl already. And I had this friend, at the time I had the friend, let's call her Sarah. But so Sarah is my friend, yabo. Skutiwa lunch, we share lunch sometimes, and don't. But Sarah was one of those kids who quickly matured. So one of those kids who would overtake you, like in primary, by the end of primary school, jola, you know, they have boyfriends, and obviously you're gonna be left behind because you don't have a boyfriend and you don't even think of boys in that way, right? Okay, so Sarah, okay, so see, there was a room where the girls would changing room for girls, changing room for boys. What? We're gonna start, and it was one of those where school would start, and then halfway through the day they'd be like, okay, the rest of the day is gonna be a sports day. Okay, fine, we get there. I'm a little bit apprehensive because I'm thinking, you know, kids, you know, with kids, you know, I'm happy with the sneakers that my mom bought. I'm happy with the sneakers that my mom bought me. I'm absolutely happy with it, and from a very young age my mom told me not to be materialistic. Like, if you can afford branded things and nice things, that's okay, but that's not a reason to mistreat or mute just because they don't have it. And also, that's not a reason for you to be ashamed to wear what you can afford. You understand? From a very young age, we were taught, buy what you can afford. Wasn't being trying to impress people. That's why to this day I buy things that I can afford. If I can't afford it, I'll be happy with what I have until I can afford what I want. But what I'm not gonna do is now pinch on myself now because I want the streets to see that hey, no, I don't. Anyway, I digress as I always do. And then it's raining, and I'm just like, raining or not, we are going to film this video. That's what we are going to do. Okay, so yeah, so again, you can go it take exam, yeah. We get to the changing rooms. I stall a little bit because I want to see what everybody else has, right? Hey, go pull me, guess I'm. Put more Nike, put more brand names, and my mom was not a believer, okay, in brand names. Like, even when we could afford it, we never wore brands because my mom was like, "Anfuna bantwana bam babe consumed by owning brands and dondons and dondons." And one day when they can't afford it, umdungela in debt because she can't afford brands anymore. Anyway, I don't know what's happening here. Anyway, so I took my mom. So okay, we get the shoes, the silapa, get change. Everybody's here. We are changing. You understand? And so I see this other friend of mine, this other girl in my class. She also had non-branded sneakers, right? She had normal sneakers that didn't have a brand. Other people had branded sneakers. Like, I think it was myself. It was two of us in the class who didn't have branded sneakers. Everybody else went to Total Sports and Nike and Doni, and that was that. Okay, fine. People start to change. Like, I stole. Like, I would wear my golf tee and my shorts and Zulisa, like in Vunubona. And then eventually I'm just like, F it. These are my sneakers, and this is how I'm gonna be with sports day. So I'm either gonna wear these sneakers or not. Like, I wear my sneakers as soon as I take my sneakers out. As soon as I take them out, my friend Sarah, she yells. She's the first one to see them. Yeah, and I'm comfortable. I'm thinking, oh, it's my friend. She of all the people, she would understand. Right? Wrong. So I take my shoes out and Sarah looks at them and, I could see her eyes widening. And then she yells for everybody to hear. Manje yinle! Translating to, what is this now? What nonsense is this? Yup. Guys, my heart stopped. So I stood there. I'm just like, Dizotini. And as a child, I was confident as a child, but not as confident as I am now. Like, I've had a lot of, grooming and a lot of therapy, man, we barely hitting you, but, at the time I just stood there, I looked at her, like, almost as if to say, no, please don't do this to me. Like, why are you doing this to me, of all the people, ne? And Sarah's like, what nonsense is this? What shoes are these? And everybody turns to look at my shoes. Okay, I start hearing giggles, ne? People are giggling, but but not loudly enough. And Sarah, my friend Sarah says, what nonsense is this? What shoes are this? What brand is this? She comes, she grabs a shoe. And she's like, what brand is this? Why is there no name on the shoe? What I had feared is now happening. And she's like, what brand is this? Like, why are you wearing shoes that don't have a brand? You look like those ladies that sell mangoes on the side of the road. The laughter, Sana, in the class, everybody, it just burst into laughter. And this other Han, who was not even, like, who was also not wearing Islam was perfect. She looked at me and she felt so sorry for me, but we are 11 years old. Like, nobody knows what to do. And the teacher was out. So now everybody's laughing at me. Yo, Sana, my heart sank and they grabbed my shoes. Yo, what fruits are you selling? Are you selling mangoes or apples? You look like you sell mopani worms, as if there's something wrong with selling mopani worms, because that's an honest living. That's an honest income. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So why are you making it like, everybody laughed. My heart sank. And I started to cry, guys. When there's noise, but are you even noise when you're so shocked or so sad, or like your emotions are so heightened that you can't hear physical noise. Ngathi khalela kude. Ndalila, guys. Jonga, dakhala. I started crying. And now half the class is like, no, guys, this is not funny. Sana Usera. My friend, she was my friend, Usera. She'd come to my home, my parents knew her. My mom knew her. guys. So now I'm there, I'm crying, everything is delayed, the teacher comes back and they're like, what's happening? And you know, some of the other kids are like, she teased her, like, I was 11 years old, guys. My heart sank. I was like, yo. So this is what it means to have parents that can't afford nice and flashy things. That time, I'm not even pissed because I'm pissed at Sarah for doing this to me because I understand my home situation. I know that my mom can't afford to buy me all these fancy things. She's paying fees for 3 kids. She's taking care of 3 kids on her own. So already, like she's jumping over hoops. Now why must I go and stress her because I want the latest sneakers that cost thousands of rands? I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this to my mom. I never told my mom. I never told anyone at home because I was just like, no. Why would I bother? For long. Anyway, everybody is now conglomerated around me and I'm crying. Abanye are continuing to laugh and people are calling me names and I'm just like, yazi ndoni, can I just go home? Ne? As this is happening, everybody's saying this, everybody's doing this, everybody's like, go busy, because it's really at this point now. Abantu are trying to find out what's happening, and you know, gunins, ne? So I stole a moment and I escaped. Guys, emva kwesikolo ndafika ndalila. Like, I don't even remember noba ndaguqa phansi or ndavela, like umzimba wavele wayekelela, va? And I just started sobbing. And I was crying and I was just like, and also I'm just like, like, why is this happening to me? You understand? Also, why somebody I consider a friend? You understand? Like, why couldn't it be? Because I would have been able to handle a bully, like a known school bully, problematic. I would have been able to be like, psh, but now it's my friend. Like, it's someone who I've let into my home. You know, somebody who knows me, somebody I thought would love and support me. Yo, guys, I was like, why is this happening? Like, I don't even want to be here anymore. I don't want to come to school anymore. I don't want anything. And then the teacher sent 4 kids. And then the teachers finally sent someone, the people found me and the teacher called me. Excuse me. And the teacher called me and they asked what happened. And that lady. Oh, that lady. She called me and she's, one day, she reassured me and she made me understand something that I had already understood. She made me understand that there's so much more to life than wearing name branded clothes. When I knew someone confidence, Mati, you're an A student, you're going very far in life. This is just a setback for now. In the future, when you're an adult, these people won't even matter. Like, Wandi. Now I'm have confidence, but hey, and that time, Sana Sarah Umile also proud, and now she's got a posse. Now she's got, she's got a crew. Yabantu that are now supporting her. But yes, vele ngathi amasanta singathi ngizicathulo zokudayisa umengo. Ngathi udayisa umoba. eSwazini, those who live in Joburg would know Swazini. Swazini is like a market. If you live in Durban, Swazini is like a market. If you live in Eastern Cape, Swazini is like, it's literally just in down. So everybody's frying something, everybody's grilling something. Like, it's a very uncomfortable atmosphere to be in, like, for a long period of time. Anyway, the teacher made her apologize. No, I'm sorry. But even the sorry had a lot of sass. But I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, I accept your apology. And then I accepted her apology. I knew that she wasn't really apologizing, but I accepted her apology because I needed to move on from that. I was just like, I saw the baby, like, even as a kid, like, I was not gonna hold him. Like, even like by the end of that week, no Sarah, but I knew now that she's not my friend. I knew Sarah's not my friend. She's not my friend. And also, we spoke about it now, even in adulthood. And she was profusely apologizing. I was like, no, we're cool. Because I knew it had nothing to do with me. It was a projection of who you are. And even as a child, I understood, but there was nothing wrong with me. Alas, I never wore those shoes again because every single time I'd look at them, I'd just hear my classmates making fun of me. And I know I've never really like been bullied. That was the only time that I can recall that someone hurt me. And also I wouldn't even call it, maybe it is bullying, I don't know, maybe it's bullying, but I don't think it was bullying. But she was just mean to me. Okay, she was mean to me. And yeah, she reached out. Now in adulthood, she has kids, and she was reaching out to me because his child was going through what she put me through that day, every day of his life. And she was saying, I think it's karma for what I did to you. So I think now as an adult, I must come to you and apologize and be like, sorry, Sibu, you never deserved for me to do that to you. I don't know what drove me to do that. You didn't deserve it. And there was nothing wrong with your shoes. I had just my own issues. And I felt like if I changed, like I took the light from myself and put it on someone else and embarrassed someone else and they got the attention, then I would not be dealing with whatever I'm dealing with. Anyway, I was like, no, I had forgiven you since we were kids, and now she's asking me for advice about how do I deal with bullying. I'm like, I didn't deal with bullying. You teased me with your friends once, you hurt my feelings, and I moved on from it. And I feel like there's nothing I can do. It's not like guys in Samba make grudge, but honestly, first of all, I don't have kids. I do not have children. I feel like I do not have a right to be telling people what to do with their kids, son. I was just like, no, I forgave you all those years back. We're cool. I'm cool. You can see me. I'm flourishing. I'm on social media. I'm everywhere. I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I'm living my life. But what you did to me was not cool. Like, you were my friend. I would have been able to handle it if it was someone else, but you were my friend, you understand? You knew me. You came to my house. My mom knew you. Like, and you do this. Anyway, that was one of the first times when I was betrayed by a friend, or somebody I called a friend. And as I mentioned, we are cool now. We spoke about it. We had a lengthy conversation about it. And yeah, whatever will happen to you as a result of what you do to me will happen to you. But I'm not going to be there like, fingers crossed, I wanted to suffer like I did. No, usually people do, suffer. But it's not my doing. Like, but the universe has its own way of dealing with things. And unfortunately, I'm not in control of that. Anyway, that was my story with Sarah. And Sarah, man, sometimes why now it's funny, I remember this other time we had gone to Bukela sports, and I think mna 5 rand or 6 rand. I think that 6 rand. Man, sports, and my mom really didn't have money. And something that I learned from a very young age, like not to ask for yonke. Sometimes if you can go without, don't ask for it, even though all your friends have it. So I was like, go right. I downplayed it. And also, Mama Mali at that moment, and I think she gave me 6 rand or 7 rand. And everybody will figure out 50 rand. Black people, when they send their kids go trip, yes, call. They go all out. Party baguette la KFC. Party baguette la KFC, no pizza, triple deck, cool. And people were like that. And my mom made me a really, really nice and healthy lunch. She packed me snacks. She packed me lots of fruits. And she packed yogurts and stuff like that. And then she gave me the 7 rand. Guys, so go day one, go to mastibane imali, and then we'll buy whatever we buy, and then siken sonke. Kucho some other hand who sees ba usibangana mali yanele incince yakhe mali. So uzamundi quma unono ba kungajampi ba who has what, who doesn't have what, who can afford what. Yabo. And then Sarah wati soze, I remember she said verbatim. She said, Hangege bafethu uNkulunkulu for us all, ukuluva for herself. We were in grade, sasesina 12 it was a following year. I think we were 12, it was a following year, sasesina 12. What ukuluva for himself, uNkulunkulu for God for us all, ukuluva for himself, angege bafethu. And she took her $50 and she bounced. And this other hand was like, sashare sana, and she loved isonga sam because I can't quite time going to songa sam back. So she loved isonga sam back. We shared sana na. Those are the people that I'll never forget. Anyway, say right, Sarah, we still have each other on Facebook. But from that day, I was like, so Zetuka looks at. Wait, you're not my friend. That's okay. Anyway, guys, that was my story. Thank you so much for coming to watch my YouTube channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, to all the nice things that you do for YouTubers. I will see you on the flip side. Bye.